SEO tactics for 2017 and beyond. It's a brave new internet world, and search engine optimization changes almost daily. In order to stay on top of the search rankings, you have to be prepared to adapt to the changes, employ new technology, find new tactics, and grow with the trends. The days of, if it's not broke, don't fix it, no longer apply. The fact is that when you look at a website nowadays, you have to evaluate it with the mindset that everything is broken, that it isn't working, and apply new ideas to serve your customers better. In this course, I'll discuss some of these new trends, as well as glossing over trends that still work for the moment. This is only a brief guide in the world of search engine optimization. These strategies will change. The best tool for 2017 and beyond isn't hiring IT gurus or tech professionals. It's not some random website that promises results. It is your mindset. If you are willing to innovate and continue to innovate, you will get the best results. Those who take SEO tips at their face value will be left hopelessly behind the pack, always employing strategies after they've become outdated. So, as you read over these strategies and tactics, refrain from the mindset of, I need to try that, and instead ask yourself repeatedly, how can I take this idea and make it better? Think about how much the world has changed to this point, from having the right URL to having the right keywords to using long-tail keyword-loaded headlines. The transition from static pages to blogs, the explosion of the internet from AOL to cell phone apps. The internet is still very much an infant, and as it grows quickly, many things will continue to change. The idea that anything is stable in the current market is fiction. Having a look over your website. Jumping right into it, we need to have a thorough look over your website from the perspective of anybody but, well, you. For starters, pretend that you are a user or visitor of your site. What does the navigation look like? Would you want to stay on this page? Is there plenty of meaningful information linked that whets your appetite for information? Or are you simply looking at another business page? If there isn't anything of high value to your customers, then they aren't going to stick around, and they aren't likely to convert. If your site is a product page, do you have a short, useful blurb about each product paired with a picture? Is it easy to understand how to order products? Does it look like Amazon or like Bob's Bicycles? Everything should be super easy. A 4-year-old should be able to navigate your website on a touchscreen. There shouldn't be anything that is even slightly confusing. If there is, make a note of it. What kind of behind-the-scenes site architecture are you using? Are your pages well laid out and structured properly, or are individual pages buried in folder after folder? If you are still using frames, just don't. Try to minimize the page count and content. Make every page look roughly the same so as not to disorient the reader. Make your site architecture easy for spiders to navigate. This might be something to discuss with the IT guy rather than tackling yourself. Do you have links out to relevant information? Do you have outside links at all? Customers trust sites that give them lots of information quickly and easily. Web crawlers like pages that link to relevant off-site content, and you will be judged by where your links are pointed. If all of your links are internal, you simply aren't going to rank as high on today's search engines. Keywords are truly irrelevant when it comes to this aspect. Figure out what pages provide the most value-added information to your customers and link to them. Even if you are redirecting them away from the site, you can always open the links in a new tab. They will come back to you for more information. Think about this like a news site. Does your page load quickly? Go to the site right now, https://tools.pingdom.com. Don't think about it, just do it. Key in your website and see how you rank against the others. If you aren't at least in the top 50%, then you're doing something very wrong with your site's layout or strategy. There's no gimmicks, no prompt to sign up or hand out your email address. It's a very helpful site, and it will analyze your loading speed quickly and give you tips on how to improve your optimization. What does it look like on mobile? Mobile trumps laptop or desktop nowadays in the modern age. All the time, every time. If your page isn't any good on mobile, then it isn't any good, period. More users navigate to websites through their phones and tablets, and mobile devices are consuming the market share that was once desktop only. This is a trend, not a fad. Look around. How many people do you see using their phones? How many on a desktop? As the trend continues, it's important to make sure that not only does your site look good on a mobile device, but mobile should be a priority over computer users. Think mobile first and build a site around that audience. Then use the extra monitor space to add more content for non-mobile users. What does your website experience sound like? More people are searching the web with their voice. They're listening to websites rather than reading them. They're watching videos instead of reading. Catch this trend early and own it, and you will be on your way to a successful 2017 and beyond. You'll stay a step ahead of the search engines, and you will keep your spot at the top. SEO strategies worth trying. You've evaluated your website. Now it's time to put a plan in place to change it. Don't pretend like this doesn't apply to you. Unless you are already number one on every possible search string, your job isn't over. You need to own your market. Start by figuring out what kind of keywords that your customers are using to stumble across your site. You will find this in your analytics under common Google search strings or something similar. It's incredibly important to know the keywords and own the market. Keywords might be outdated, but they still play an important role in SEO, and that shouldn't really come as a surprise. Draw a picture of a new website and how it should appear on a phone and a tablet. Start there. As I said earlier, comfortable site navigation is the key, so focus on that. The big win by drawing it first instead of hacking into the code base is that you can see a final product and figure out how to make it a reality later on down the road. Your mind will automatically concentrate on what the site should look like and how it should be interacted with instead of worrying about how to do it. This is a popular strategy, not just among marketers and web developers, but also among inventors of every stripe. The best product teams will ask for a picture of the final product, and they'll figure out how to make it work. Put first things first. The most engaging content for a web browser should be right in the middle of the screen, just below your headline. On mobile, it should be right at the top. Give them what they want. Your users are coming to you for a reason, so don't waste 2 inches on a phone screen to bash them over the head with something they don't care about. Take them straight to the good stuff. Engaging, interactive images that lead to articles will entice them to click instead of shuffling off to the next site on the Google search. Everything should be visible to the spiders. Even pictures of text should have tags so that the spiders can read them too. Make it easy for the spiders in the same way that you would make it easy for your customers. Add outbound links. You don't have to redirect to a bunch of news articles. You don't need to spam affiliate links everywhere. What you need are solid links to top-notch existing content. This not only saves you money trying to get the best content on your site, but it adds a ton of value to your customers. Look at an oilfield website. They spend millions on IT, and what do you see right off the bat? Links to news articles about the latest things happening in their market sector, without a doubt. Go to the Starbucks homepage, and the first thing you will see is a huge picture of their latest and greatest drink offering. Get advice from the pros. Spend some time looking at the biggest companies and what their websites look like, so you can skim off the millions of dollars they throw into research figuring out what customers want to see. You don't have to spend the money or even see the white papers to use the research. Mimicry is a wonderful thing. Take all the good ideas and use them yourself. Optimize your content. Figure out which pages on your blog are working the best and turn them into a series of posts if necessary. Reconstruct everything from the ground up. Shuffle the data around and lump each type of blog post into a group or category that matches it with a catchy category name. Constant innovation means doing the hard work. Spend time making every little detail the best that it can be. Better category grouping means a cleaner architecture, both for your customers and for the search spiders. Revamp your social strategy. You have social media accounts, but are they attracting new users to your website? Are you getting anything from them at all? It's time to engage. Get a Reddit account, sign up for forums that discuss your business, and get your employees to engage as well. Every forum post has backlinks available directly in the signature. Every upvote on Reddit increases your visibility. Instead of having a static page on Facebook to advertise your products and blog posts, consider starting a group for your loyal fans and how it could benefit you. There's a lot of ways that groups on Facebook can provide far better interaction and community response. So give it a try and do some research to help you make a calculated effort. Be engaged. Use social media for your business the same way that you would use it for your personal life. By applying the innovation mentality this way, you can find new ways to promote that your competitors haven't considered, and you can own those markets before they become markets. Don't use social platforms out of their own scope. If you are on Snapchat, be the content, not the commercial that everyone skips. If you are on YouTube, post eye-catching, shareable videos hosting your product as an element, not the focus. If you are product marketing, review products, both yours and other people's. Don't be an advertiser, be engaged. Find free site evaluation tools and use them constantly. If you are stuck on how to tune your website, then get some analytic data. There are hundreds of tools out there that will evaluate your website for free and offer you insights. Figure out what isn't working and try to fix it. Ask your email list if there is something they would like to see on your homepage, and include a linked image of the site. SEO tactics, concluding thoughts, and further insight. Obviously, this isn't an exhaustive list or a full-out accredited course on the whole SEO thing. However, hopefully I've shown you a couple of nuggets that you haven't considered yet, and more importantly, that I've helped you to develop a mindset geared toward change and innovation. 2017 and the years to follow are definitely not going to be easy years for those sitting still waiting on customers. There's a lot of changes that have already hit, and many more to come in regards to SEO and the rules that are ever transforming. You can take action and start making it an incredible year though. You have to be engaged. You have to innovate. You'll either be leading the pack and paving your own way, or sucking the dust from others who are. If you aren't in the pack, look at the websites of those who are. Don't just steal their ideas about layout and design, take them as a first draft and find ways to make them even better. Innovate. From here, your next course of action should be to always be learning and keep an eye on the many resources and outlets that report on SEO and tactics you can use. Don't bother with fly-by-night methods that promise quick results. Take the time and effort to build a long-term strategy, and you will be rewarded for many years to come. In closing, I want to thank you for taking the time to go through this e-course about SEO tactics for 2017 and beyond. Best of luck with your SEO efforts now and in the future. Cheers!